Welcome to Coastal Connection TV. I'm Kathy Jansen, licensed massage therapist and registered yoga teacher. This is To Your Health. This show is sponsored by Riverfront Therapy Incorporated and Spirit of the River Spa. It's my houseboat office. Our featured product today is Hatha Yoga on the Forgotten Coast. This is a yoga DVD. It's 180 minutes worth of instruction. There's 5 beginner segments, including a gentle restorative portion. There's 4 intermediate segments, and there's 3 vinyasanas, which are for advanced students. I also have a bonus feature of self-help methods, and included in that is a 45-minute meditation called the Yoga Nidra. And the Yoga Nidra is really good for relaxation. It focuses on the right and left side of your body, and that immediately gets you to relax, especially if you have a busy mind. You take your focus to the right and then to the left and so on. It's a methodical way of getting yourself to a deep state of relaxation. So this DVD is available from my website, riverfronttherapy.com, and it also includes the definition of yoga, which we'll be talking about in this show, which is our main topic. And inside the DVD, you'll see a description of the philosophy of Hatha Yoga, which is called the 8-limb path of yoga. And in yoga, we do the physical postures, the mindful breathing, the turning inward, the concentration, and the meditation. And so the purpose of doing yoga is to unite body, mind, and spirit, which essentially is the definition of Hatha Yoga, or Hatha, which literally means yoke or unite. And so you're trying to bring your consciousness, your mind, your body, and your spirit into an awareness and ultimately become relaxed. Okay? So that's our featured product. Our not so healthy featured product or featured item is shallow breathing. So that is going to be our number one topic with yoga. Is we don't want to continue with shallow breathing because that eliminates fresh oxygen getting into our bloodstream. We want to increase oxygenated blood, and that's by deep breathing or focus on deep breathing. So breathe with me right now and just sit comfortably in a position, even if you're in a chair, but just lengthen your spine, close your eyes or keep them open, rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth behind the top teeth. That helps to open up your jaw. As you breathe in, don't force anything at all, just allow the breath to come in. Lengthen and then exhale. Pause. Again, inhale. Pause and exhale. Inhale again. Pause and exhale. So the foundation of yoga is focusing on your breath, or mindful breathing is the definition of pranayama. So that's one real key step for you, even if you don't want to practice any yoga at all, is just to practice mindful breathing. I had a woman once who was in my yoga class for seniors, and she came to class. She said, I can't do yoga today. My neck is killing me. I slept wrong. And I said, well, okay, why don't you go ahead and lay down on your back. Don't do any of the physical postures and just breathe for the entire hour. So she agreed to that, which I was excited about. I went ahead and taught my class for the hour, and I looked to her at the end of that hour. She stood up and I said, how do you feel? And she said, that's amazing. My neck pain is gone. So even if you don't do any physical postures whatsoever, just the yogic breathing can benefit you. So let's move to a couple postures, shall we? This is a blanket. It's a prop. It helps if you have tight hips and you need to use that. You can lift up, and that helps the knees go down below. So of course I'm more flexible. I've been doing this a long time. I also have a degree in dance. So Don't judge yourself by looking at my flexibility. Judge yourself by looking at your own flexibility. And just start in a seated position, so comfortable, elbows in and palms out. Roll the shoulders. So coordinating the breath with the movement, again, is what yoga is about, rolling those shoulders. And just, this is so simple, but feels good. Three times forward, 3 times back, and then alternate. The important part is just to start moving and relaxing shoulders, because everybody complains about shoulders and neck. And then head rolls, ear to shoulder, drop the chin to chest. Just really basic, feeling a stretch from the side to side. And continue breathing. And then turn this into a full circle as you come around. Lift and lengthen. And then reverse. Chin drops. And you can repeat that again. Inhale. Lengthen the neck as you come to the back. And exhale. Last time. And let the head come back to center. Now just take the arms up over the head and just stretch. One arm down, one arm up. And breathe. And then take both arms back behind you and just lean, open the chest. One of the number one things that people forget is that everything is rolled forward and we're on our computers. We want to open up the chest, roll the shoulders back, and arch. And doing this is going to help with gravity and that tendency to try to roll forward and the shoulders roll in. Okay, so open that chest and lean back. And then just a simple walking of the ankles forward and leaning forward will stretch your hips. Try to notice how my lower back is flat and not rounded over. So you want a flat back as you reach forward. Some of you may or may not get to your elbows. And breathe. So the ankles are going to switch. So you have the other one in front and you repeat the stretch. And we're going to pause just for a moment there.
I'm still rolling in there.
Okay. So we're back and we're going to start with our standing pose, which is our foundation pose called the mountain. You're going to put your feet parallel. You want your knees over your toes, middle toe and heel in alignment. Some people stand like this. Some people lock the knees and put the back out. We want to avoid that. So just really get centered with your feet and feel that alignment in here. Then you want to focus on the lower back. We're going to straighten the knees without locking the knees. Straighten them just a little bit. Get those shoulders back. So a little trick with mountain pose is not only just lengthening through the spine, but where the chin is. Several people tend to be here and that automatically puts those shoulders forward. You want to push the chin in, line the ears over the shoulders, and then you'll feel good and aligned. Again, in mountain pose, we're just going to breathe. And even if you do this for 1 minute every day, just standing in the mountain pose and breathing, you're going to be sending the signal to your muscles in the spine to be erect or straight. And that's an important message because all day long most of us are like this. Okay? So we want to just practice standing mountain pose, which is also called Tadasana. You can also rest in what's called the hand mudra of the prayer. It's just here, and we'll pause and breathe. And then releasing the hands down and all the way up. We'll just stretch through the arms into what's called standing back bend. Now, if the shoulders are tight, you can go a little bit wider. Again, be careful of the lower back. We don't want to push the lower back and be here. We want the hips to stay straight, the back to stay straight. Just the upper body moves. Again, you can have the hands down if the shoulders are tight. Standing back bend. And mountain pose. And breathe. Okay, so we did our seated pose breathing, our standing mountain pose. Now we're going to come down to the ground and do some lying down positions. Generally, you don't even need a yoga mat to do yoga. You can just lay on a blanket or on a comfortable floor. You want to get parallel with the knees and the feet. And you want to feel the ground. So as you're here, my hips are touching the ground, my feet are touching the ground, and my back. So from this position, you can really watch my breathing. Or really, you'll be watching your own breathing rhythm. Just try to take deeper breaths so you're getting that oxygen into the bloodstream. And one of the most basic poses from this position is a gentle spinal twist, where you take the knees to one side and then the body goes in the opposite direction. And this is a gentle restorative pose, a spinal twist. Generally, the poses or the asanas, these postures, are held for 3 to 5 breaths or longer, depending on your level. So you can really just relax into that and do both sides. And notice as you breathe that you start to relax with each breath more and more. So another easy pose is called little boat, and that's just hugging knees to chest. You'll notice that little kids and dogs do yoga just naturally. It's kind of funny that the downward dog pose is named after dogs doing yoga. And I've noticed my child doing just natural stuff like this, moving around. You can rock. This feels particularly good on the lower back. If you have sciatica, you can just rock side to side, and this massages your lower back into the floor. And then make some little circles. Now this is actually engaging my core, my abdominals. It's waking me up a little bit in my belly. So a lot of people really need to learn how to engage their core more to support the lower back. So 3 circles to the right and 3 circles to the left. And breathe. Okay, and then just coming back to this position, but a little bit wider, also feels good on the lower back. And then we'll lower our feet down and just bring the arms up and over the head and arch the back. Breathe. And then bring the knees back up. And just hold for one more breath. I'm just going to keep it simple and short. This is your first class with To Your Health. We'll be working in different information for you, not just yoga. So come on up and back to your seated pose. And we'll just finish with a short meditation visualizing. So go ahead and close your eyes in your seated pose, lengthening as you breathe. Try to imagine your discs, your vertebra, growing just a millimeter at a time as you continue breathing. Open that heart up. Keep the chest free and open. No stress in the neck. Imagine that you're rejuvenating with each and every breath. Your life force, your chi, your prana, your energy, your ki. And then bringing the hands together at the heart. We close with the word namaste, which in essence means everything's connected. You and I are connected to nature. We're connected to each other. Everything we do is connected. But namaste is a greeting in India. It means I greet the divine in you, which I see within myself, and I know we are one. Namaste.